fish. Welcome back to Calypso's Cove, where the magic is our message. It is your mistress of magic here again with another pick a card. It is the month of February. I love February. It has always been one of my favorite months. Valentine's Day has always been my favorite holiday. I never really had a Valentine like that growing up, but it just always was my favorite holiday because I love the idea of love and love being celebrated. So, I have decided to do this beautiful pick a card series revolved around love and the idea of love in all of its forms. So, to start, we have the beautiful, illustrious, illuminated goddesses of love here today to help us with this series. So we have the beautiful goddess Orisha Oshun and the beautiful goddess Aphrodite here to work with us in this series. And before you can love anybody else, we know that we need to love ourselves. So this is a Valentine's Day series revolved around love, with the first entry being self-love. So today, you guys are going to pick your piles based off of stones, whatever crystal you're drawn to, and we are going to see how you can intensify your self-love. What can you do to love on yourself a little bit harder, and what messages do you need to receive from the goddesses in order to help you maximize that beautiful power of self-love? I know I've been gone for a little while, and I apologize about that. I have been so busy, you all. Like, you have no idea. I've been working on so many projects. I've been working really hard. Mercury retrograde has been kicking my ass. So, it's just been one thing after another, but I'm so happy to be here with you. This reading might be a little quicker because I don't have much time. I actually have to go very soon. So we're just going to get these first set of messages in for self-love. And this is a little bit more fun, a little bit more whimsical. And then we might get a little bit more serious as we get into familial love, singles readings, couples readings. We're going to do a whole series before the 14th comes. So without further ado, let's pick our cards. Okay. Mind you, I don't have my nails done right now, so don't judge me, honey. But pile number 1 will be the beautiful rose quartz. Pile number 2 will be the shining citrine. And pile number 3 will be the mystic beauty amethyst. All right. I hope you picked your pile. I'll see you there. Hello to my rose quartz pile. I'm going to be doing some shuffling today and just getting you messages straight up from the goddesses themselves about what you can do to intensify your self-love. The goddesses are already letting me know right now that if you were drawn to the rose quartz, for some of you, self-love is not a new idea. Self-love is something that you have been procuring, working on, and curating for quite some time. For some of you all, this has been for the last year or since the pandemic or the panoramic, whatever you want to call it, has hit. You've been really working on your self-love. You've been really working on nurturing yourself and guiding yourself towards new habits. That's what I'm really hearing. And then for some of you guys, this is a new journey. You have just started working on self-love and taking it a little more serious. And before, I feel like you were a little afraid to love yourself in that type of way because you were afraid that you were going to be seen as narcissistic or selfish, or you've just kind of been gaslighting yourself along with being gaslit by others to perform these type of habits, which is taking care of yourself, putting your own needs first, like your actual needs, respecting your boundaries, listening to your intuition. These type of things are prominent for the type of self-love that you've been needing to perform for the other half of you. So take what resonates and then leave what doesn't. All right. So we are going to be shuffling right on camera, like I said, and just seeing what you can do. Rose quartz pile, I'll put you here so you can see yourself. Lovely. To intensify your self-love, I have my water. Water in a wine glass is my vibe forever. All right. We're going to start with the Mermaid Oracle deck. So I have a feeling for you guys that self-love is going to be just a habit. It's going to be a life force. It's going to be something that you need to give yourself, and you also are going to be receiving from other people as well, because when you start to love on yourself, other people are going to want to love on you. We already have some cards out. I think I'm going to pull 3 for you and get the messages. Let's see, one more card for pile number 1 for rose quartz. One more card for rose quartz. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so your cards have a theme. First, before I even show you the cards, let's start with this. For those of you who this applies to, take it. You have to start in the mind. The first law of the universe is all is mind. So you need to gather inside of yourself the knowing and start reprogramming your mind to believe that you deserve self-love. That's first and foremost, because all of your cards are like purple colored. Every single one of them, all 3 from the mermaid deck. So this is letting me know that your crown chakra is the first place that you need to start in terms of maximizing your self-love practices, really working in your mind. I'm really hearing that a lot of you guys struggle with negative thoughts. You struggle with being able to procure healthy ideas and healthy thoughts towards yourself. You have a lot of negativity going on inside of your head, and it is creating it on the outside at this point. It's not coming from other people. The goddesses are saying it's coming from you at this point. You know, especially Aphrodite is here to say the main form of love that you need to give yourself is telling yourself that you deserve love, is putting it in your mind that loving yourself is fundamental, is not just possible, but an absolute necessary aspect of your life. They cannot stress this enough. The first card that you actually receive from the Mermaid Oracle deck is receptivity. Look at this beautiful card, all purple. She has a purple tail. The sky is this beautiful lavender color. The water is this beautiful lavender color. So you really need to nourish your mind. I want to point out the bird that's in this card too. So you're getting messages from your higher self to do this, to be receptive to positive thoughts. How can you do this? You can do this by choosing to rewire your brain anytime you have these negative thoughts. For example, you're walking down the street and you might be feeling insecure with people staring at you. The first thing that you might say to yourself is, oh, like I know I don't look good. Like I know they're judging me. Pause there. As soon as you hear that thought come in your mind, rework the thought, rewire the thought, and tell yourself, not myself, but tell yourself, I'm so beautiful. People can't help but stare at me. I'm so handsome. People can't help but stare at me. I'm a showstopper. I'm a star. You see that right there? That snap, that switch, babe, is what you need to do for yourself. That is how you reprogram your mind. And then when you're doing that, that's when you become receptive to what the universe actually wants to give to you. When you become receptive to your higher self and start working in the cycles of what you need to do for you to maximize your life. And the first way you maximize your life is by loving yourself. Okay, it's revving up, and that's how we get into this next card, the Wave of Power. Another beautiful purple colored card. Let me back it up some. I want you to be able to see it. There you go. Ring light issues 24/7, right? On this channel. Get it together, Nee. Anyway, I feel for you that this wave of power will start coming once you're receptive, which is why it is blocked. On the card, it reads a surge of power, upswing in energy, exhilarating movement. And this is how fast that your life will start shifting once you start reprogramming your mind. You will have a huge surge of power. You won't even know what to do with it, because the more you become receptive, the more in your power you will be. It's like they flow into each other, these cards. You have to start flowing with life and not moving against the tide. You won't succeed against the tide. You have to go with the current, flow with the current. And the current is telling you to maximize your strength, maximize your life by using love as power, using love as mental strength, as determination. And use your voice. Speak this on yourself. The next card is Song of the Siren. More beautiful, more silver, purple, lilac, lavender color. A lot of crown chakra energy, especially with this white. It kind of reminds me of a moonstone. And this says the call, summoning, voice to acknowledge. So you are needing to acknowledge that your spirit guides have been telling you to do this for a long time. Let me scoot the cards over so you can kind of see them a little bit. You can see them a little bit. There you go. Okay. So your spirit guides have been acknowledging, or you need to acknowledge this, and your spirit guides have been telling you to do this for a very long time. The goddesses are telling you, it's time, babe. It's time for you to start reprogramming that mind. Listen to the call, hear it, heed it, and then start using your own voice to start speaking more positivity onto yourself, to help you reprogram your mind and to teach other people how you need to be treated. Especially, you need to teach yourself how you deserve to be treated. Use your voice to do so. Speak life into yourself, because you've been doing the opposite for quite some time, and your ancestors, your spirit guides, the goddesses are not having it. They're kind of like feeling a little not angry, but just like a mom who like wants the best for you and is like, you're gonna do this, you're gonna speak positivity into your life. Okay, so that's what you need to do, and that's that surge of power. It's not just coming from you, it's your whole ancestry that wants you to push forward into this beautiful surge of power and wisdom. Okay, do this, your life will be blessed. And this is a practice. I say start with the moon cycle. We have just left the new moon, so we are working with the waxing phase right now. Grow with the moon, and when the full moon in Leo comes, do a confidence ritual. Light a candle, turn the light off in your room, do some mirror work, true mermaid style. Look in the mirror with the candle. Underneath the full moon, open up your window and just open up the blinds and let the natural light in from the moon, from wherever you live. And just start telling yourself in the mirror, I am beautiful. I am successful. I am powerful. I am confident. I am strong. I am sexy. I'm resilient. Okay? Let's get one message from the tarot and one message from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck, and then we're going to conclude your reading. All right, what does the tarot have to say? That was a lot of messages. Let's do it again. What does the tarot have to say to my beautiful rose quartz pile? What does the tarot have to say? Queen of Cups, okay? So it is time for you to start nourishing yourself. Nourishment, nourishment, nourishment. Pile number one. Nourish your mind, nourish your body, eat foods that are good for you, eat foods that make you feel good, eat foods that encourage, just any type of circulation in the body. Speak to yourself lovingly, give yourself kindness, give yourself reassurance. And then for this, we have bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. So that flame right there is you. I don't know if you're having a problem with other people around you, just kind of talking shit, just let's keep it real, being negative. You don't need that in your life right now. Stand up for yourself by putting yourself first and lighting that flame for you. You are your biggest advocate. You are your biggest cheerleader, and continue to do so. Continue to be so. Okay? I love you so much, pile number one. Please head over to Calypso's Cove's Instagram. Check out anything that we have going on there. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this beautiful channel. Leave a comment down below if this resonated, and even if it didn't, or if you got triggered, just let me know how you feel about this. Stand up for yourself. Be in your own light. Take care of yourself. Nourish yourself. Reprogram your mind to telling yourself you are not just worthy of love, you are entitled to self-love, and everyone around you must adhere to treating you the same way. I love you. Namaste. I will see you in the next one, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful baby fish. Hello, pile number two. For those of you who chose the citrine, this is your reading. Okay, so we have the beautiful goddesses here, Goddess Orisha Oshun and the beautiful Aphrodite, here to help me channel some self-love messages on how you can maximize your self-love for this month and beyond, okay? So I will actually be shuffling right here on camera and just pulling messages as they come. And this is going to be a little bit of a shorter reading today, but filled with messages. So let's start with our crystal divination, as we always do. I'm hearing, this is like a half and half message. So this applies to half of the viewers, and then the other half applies to the other half of viewers who choose this pile. Citrine is about curating confidence for some of you. For some of you, your confidence has not been the brightest right now, and you need to be shining boldly, shining unapologetically at this moment. That is how you can maximize your self-love. By pulling that strength, pulling that power into yourself. And you might find some resonance with pile number one, because I suggested to them to do a confidence ritual, and I'm going to tell you guys the exact same thing. The full moon in Leo is coming up in a few weeks, about a week or two. So before that happens, as the moon is waxing, I encourage you every single day to wake up in the morning and start saying positive affirmations of confidence. I am successful. I have determination, or I am determined. I have willpower. I am strong. I have a crown of success. And a crown of success oil, if you could either find a recipe online and make your own, or purchase one from a practitioner that you trust or a spiritual shop that you enjoy, that would be very great to start anointing your head with the crown of success oil every single day. And do this up until the full moon. Then the night of the Leo full moon, do mirror work, which is a mermaid tip from the goddesses, especially the love goddesses, because they both work with mirrors for your self-reflection and loving yourself. Turn off the lights in your room. Have the mirror in front of you, standing. Light a candle so that the room is illuminated with the soft glow of the candlelight, and open up your blinds to let the light of the full moon in, and speak your life into existence. Speak your confidence into existence, and whatever energy you want to propel at this time, speak into existence under the glow of that Leo full moon. And every single day as you're building this up, it will help to activate that ritual that you can do that night to help boost and magnify your confidence. Okay, now for the other half of you, it's a creativity thing. So being more creative, doing more creative projects. And what I mean by that, if you love to draw, but you're feeling a little insecure about your skill, just draw every day just for the sake of drawing, just for you, and don't show anybody. And just like I said for the confidence ritual, you know, building up your creativity, because the Leo moon is such a beautiful time to do that. You can draw or write or paint or practice singing every single day until the full moon and grow with that energy as the moon grows. And then on the night of the full moon, you can begin to speak into existence the seeds of what you want for your business, for your creative project, for your art, whatever it is. Say, I'm more artistic, really getting into your sacral chakra as well. So you can listen to sacral chakra frequencies. That would be very helpful for a lot of you, on top of just doing the work, doing the practice of whatever your artistic ability is. If you like macrame, if you love to knit, if you love to sew, if you are a public speaker and want to help people, be a life coach, whatever it is, I feel like if you're a chef, practice cooking, practice speaking, practice writing, practice dancing every single day. And then what if you have a business or a project, speak it into existence in that mirror at night during the Leo full moon, or make yourself like, this could be like an egg too. I know this is like a good time for Easter energy too, because we have that coming up for those of you who practice that, or Orisha is coming up in March, but I really just channeled that from the goddesses. You can take an egg right out of your refrigerator if you have one, if you're not vegan, or you could go and purchase an egg and paint it. And you can paint the egg or color the egg, for those of you who this applies to give birth to something new. The egg could represent the fertility of what you want to bring into fruition. And after that, you wrap the egg up into some type of cloth, and you can dispose of it in either burying it if it's healthy, like, putting it somewhere where it's not going to disturb the land, or you could do water magic with it by disposing it into a natural body of water by kind of cracking it and releasing your wish. Or you could simply crack the egg to release your wish wherever you are and put it somewhere and dispose of it somewhere where it's eco-friendly and safe. So that is another ritual for those of you who would like to do that. I'm filled with ritual for your pile, so you guys might be very witchy, very cosmic as well. So that's beautiful. Let's get a few messages from the cards, but I feel like you guys got a pretty powerful message, some pretty powerful rituals from myself and from the goddesses. We have divine sensuality, beautiful. That's really stepping into that sacral work for you guys. Erotica, making love, being sensual, being tapped in, really tapped into the body, really grounded in your creative ability, because sensuality is being tapped into all of your senses. And that's a big part of creation. That's a big part of confidence. And I just feel that air, that movement of strength, of being in the body, of being poised. For those of you who are dancers, you know what I'm talking about, because you have to get into yourself. And it is intimate, and sometimes it can seem silly, but that's the power of our body. That's the power of the goddess. Okay? And, sacral chakra is ruled by water, so it's definitely necessary to embody and embrace. You remember, embrace is the key term for 2022. So the next card we have is receptivity. This is really beautiful to me because you have a 3 for that card and you have a 22. So this is letting me know that you're really building, your life. You're really building this art of loving yourself by being receptive to what you deserve, and being in tune with yourself. And that's really, really powerful. The next card we have for you all is vision, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out-of-body travel. So really knowing who you are and holding that vision, being in touch with yourself and being receptive to help and being receptive to your vision as well. Because I'm really hearing that, if you see something for you, a part of your self-love and how you can curate it is by choosing to take action. Pile number 2. By choosing to not just ignore what you see. Like, don't ignore the creative vision. Give birth to it. grow it. Okay, you're in a really beautiful, very feminine energy when it comes to this, because it's really about fertility for you, really bringing it out. And I feel like for those of you with the confidence, it's really being receptive to the fact that your confidence comes from within, and you have this vision of yourself that you see, and you need to start embodying him or her instead of just thinking that it's outside of you and it's not tangible. Really, really put it into motion through the body emotionally, because our emotions are emotion. You feel me? I need to take a sip of water. Water in the wine glass. Okay, let's get one message from the tarot and one message from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. Start with tarot first. What are some messages for our pile number 2? What are some messages for Centrine? What are some messages for our Centrine pile? Okay, I'm drawn to this card. Okay, I was drawn to this card for you. This is the 7 of Swords. So how you can maximize your self-love is by not feeling like something is being taken away from you when you choose to put yourself out there, especially with that yellow in the background, because you're so afraid, I feel, some of you, for your ideas to be stolen or for people to take advantage of your vulnerability. And at this point in time, you're blocking yourself from your success. Bottom of the deck. You need to move forward in knowing that success is imminent for you as long as you believe in yourself to do so and to experience such. Okay? Don't block your blessings by being afraid to shine. And to me, that's what Centrine is all about. And Oshun is saying, shining will only bring people around you who can stand in that light. If they can't stand in the light of your beautiful sun, they're not going to be in your orbit. So allow people who aren't supposed to be there to fall away. Let's get a message from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck, and then this will conclude your reading for today. All right, let's see. Let's see, dolls and guys. Let's see. What messages are for my Centrine pile? A lot fell out. Let's just get one message. One message. The beautiful thing about this deck is you can't read any reversals. There are no reversals in this deck. It's only meant to be read upright. So everything about this Believe in Your Own Magic deck is surrounded around your encouragement and your success. Believing in yourself. So we have library. Take control of your own narrative. You're not a puppet. You need not to be afraid of anyone around you. Take control of your own life. And you got another 22. So that's master number 22, the master builder. And I really feel this for you guys, Centrine. You are building your life based on your love, based on your passions, based on your desires. And there's nothing more beautiful, nothing more self-loving than having a life surrounded around your true passions and your true loves, your true work. Your dharma, instead of having a life of karma where you're doing things for other people that don't make sense. Create your own narrative by honoring your sensuality, which is your creativity, honoring that spark and honoring your shine. Oshun keeps saying, shine bright, baby. Shine like a diamond, like the Rihanna song. And don't be afraid, okay? So I love you guys so, so much. This concludes your reading. Please head over to our Instagram, Calypso's Cove 7, and like, comment, and subscribe to this beautiful channel. I love you so, so much. Thank you for supporting me and for being here. And I can't wait to see you in our next Valentine's Day series, Pick a Card. Namaste. I love you so much, my beautiful little fish. See you soon. Okay. Hello, my little fish. This is the pile for those of you who chose the mystical, beautiful amethyst. So let's start with our crystal divination for this reading. You guys are a little bit murky for me. There's something that is feeling clouded. So I feel for you guys the way in which your body, your auric body, or your auric field is talking to me right now is that you need purification, and amethyst is beautiful for that, excuse me. So for those of you who this applies to, I'm hearing diet is a beautiful way that you can maximize your self-love. Really taking care of your body is very, very important for your pile. And for those of you who love, smoking, and by that I mean weed, it's taking a little bit of a toll on your crown chakra. So you might need to clean that up a little bit for those of you who that applies to. Drinking a lot more water to get rid of those toxins in the body, flushing them out, getting a good vitamin routine going, working out, going outside in nature, really purifying your auric field and purifying your body. I'm going to take a sip of water right now just to honor that. Okay. So, purify, purify, purify. That is how you can maximize your self-love currently. And I'm feeling for you guys, taking a ritual bath is very necessary. White flowers, so lilies. I don't know why I'm hearing this. I'm not sure if gardenias are white or not, but if they are, bless. Gardenias, white roses, now some lavender, pink roses, anything that is fresh and clean, eucalyptus, oregano, some rosemary. That would be a beautiful way to cleanse your aura. If you don't like taking baths in the bathtub, another good way to do a spiritual bath is a spiritual shower. I know a lot of people don't talk about that, but that's something I used to do when I did not have a tub in my first apartment. I would simply put the herbs down on the floor and just kind of let them, seep into the shower. So that way, when I stepped in there, the whole shower smelled of the aroma of the herbs I was using, and the energy was trapped inside of the shower like that. And I was standing on it, and anything else was washing away, the impurities or anything that I was working on releasing would be washed away, and I would be receiving the energy from the steam of the shower of the herbs that I was using. So that is a really powerful ritual for you guys to do to maximize some purity in your life and some cleansing. I've been giving a lot of ritual advice in this reading, so I hope you guys like that, because I normally don't give you guys little rituals that you can do, but hey, the goddesses tell me to do something, I have to comply. So I'm going to start shuffling. We're going to begin with the Mermaid Magic Oracle deck to see what else you can do to maximize your self-love. All right. And I don't have a problem with anybody smoking or, do what you do, but your aura just needs a little cleansing. It seems like you also need to get away from social media as well. That's the thing. Or just any way that you're overstimulated. It's like something is overstimulated for you and it's not really serving you. It's kind of like draining you and depleting you. And that's not loving. That's not what needs to be happening. Okay. One more card. I'm pulling 3 cards. I'm just getting one more shuffle. You guys could have a lot of messages. All right. Interesting. Okay. Some of you all might be in a relationship. That's just coming out. Bottom of the deck is transparency. I feel the need to just leave that out. Okay. Some of you guys might be in a relationship, and that relationship could be a part of the reason why you need a cleansing. This just might be for some of you, not for all of you. Or you could just be having like a codependent situation with like a physical item as well. It might not be a relationship with an actual person, but it could just be something, that is going on within your work or your life or your connection to a substance or anything of that nature. That's kind of what I'm picking up, because it's something that's kind of controlling you at this point. Something or someone is kind of having a hold over you in a way that you can maximize your self-love. Pile number 3 is to utilize freedom. Free yourself, open yourself to something new by not letting the situation have the most control over you. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to resonate with some of you, but hey, I have to say the message. If you are in a relationship with somebody who doesn't really know you that well, and honestly doesn't really respect the truth of who you might be, this is not conducive to you loving yourself, because you are not being the truest version of yourself with somebody. You understand what I'm saying? If you are lying to someone, pile number 2, and I feel like lying is a strong word. If you are omitting certain parts of yourself and reworking certain parts of yourself to be in a relationship, that is not going to be a functioning, healthy relationship. You cannot have a healthy, loving partnership with somebody if they don't respect the fundamentals of who you are as a person. That's not healthy at all. Okay, and that could be an addiction. We have here Lumeria returns and she's pregnant. I want you guys to be able to see this card. She's pregnant. So I don't know if some of you guys are like dealing with pregnancy or are kind of in a situation with somebody and you guys have a lot of responsibilities tied into this person, or whether you're in a community and have a lot of responsibilities, like this is work or family or something like that. Because it says earthly spirituality, community, ocean conservation. So you're being conservative right now, And amethyst to me is like still a stone that kind of represents something that's not typical, something that is unique, kind of like Aquarius energy. And if you are being conservative, if you are choosing to be something you're not, just to stay in a job or just to experience this partner and be their ideal version of whoever you're supposed to be, that's not going to work for you. Pile number 3, it's only going to drive you into disliking yourself and having a fractured version of who you are. And this reading is happening in Aquarius season. I just thought about that. So that's very prevalent for you. You need to be who you are, pile number 3, not somebody else's expectations, whether that's job, family, community, partner. Don't do it. Or if you're using a substance and you're around people who don't even match who you are as an individual, you can't surround yourself with that type of energy and expect to flourish. That's not self-love. That's the exact opposite. So that's a way that you can also purify yourself, by just starting to show your authenticity, who you really are. Because if you're around people who don't even do the things that you would do, either you're going to become them or you're going to separate from them. And the goddesses are saying, separate now. Move away from that situation, pile number 3. It's not healthy for you. The next card we have is freedom, independence, and self-determination. Number 7. Number 7 is all about wisdom, okay? Intuition, inner knowing, psychic abilities. Having the intuition and the inner knowing to know that you should not be yearning for the situation, because the next card is yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, pining. And it's number 40. So 40 literally reduces down to either 0 if you want to multiply it or 4 if you want to add it. So either way, it's an endless cycle if you multiply it with that 0 of you just consistently pining for whatever this is, whether this is a substance, whether this is to stay in somebody's life, or your validation from family or from coworkers, or you will just be working very hard. If you add it, 4 plus 0 is 4, to be going through this cycle. You will be doing more like harm to yourself by like overworking and over striving to be somebody that you're not, to the point where you will exhaust yourself. Don't do that. Please, we implore you, move away from this situation. It's not worth it. You need to return, because it's like Lumeria returns. You need to return to focusing on you, getting your mind right, getting your body right, getting your health where it needs to be. Okay? Now I need to take a sip of water because this is making me feel very like all over the place. Yeah. Very necessary. Drink water. Go on a water cleanse, okay? 3 days before the full moon, you need to drink 3 gallons of water. Go to your local grocery, buy 3 gallons of water, get your parents to take you or go take yourself, depending on the situation. I don't know whether you're still at home or whether you're grown. Go ahead and do that water cleanse, and then tell yourself, do a self-love ritual during the full moon by doing that spiritual bath. And put all that love, all that focus into you, into who you are. Look at yourself, respect yourself, transparency, honest, authentic, genuine, present. Respect yourself, honor yourself, love yourself, treat yourself like the goddess or god you are. And, as the moon starts to wane, do a releasing ritual. Do a cord cutting for whatever it is that has a hold on you like that. Don't allow anything to have that much power over you. No, absolutely not. And that's how you love yourself, pile number 3. I'm pulling a card, just one from the tarot deck, and then I'm going to pull one from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck. Okay, so we got the Queen of Cups. She has been out a lot for these readings. So nourishment, nourishment, nourishment. Did I mention water? Really giving yourself that love, really taking care of yourself, and depending on nourishing yourself more than depending on substances or somebody else's validation or like compliments or whatever, or just trying to be this perfect girl for this mystery person. I said girl because I feel like y'all are like women and you're in this relationship with this guy or this masculine who's trying to make you something that you're not and trying to make you marriageable or perfect for him to bring home. And if it's a sugar daddy situation, you showed up as a queen. You don't need him for that. Focus on you. And, and whether you're, however you identify, okay? It's not about gender. It's just about the principle of it all. You don't need that. Nourish yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself by eating delicious food, going outside in nature, breathing, exercising, doing yoga, all that jazz. Get a full self-love routine going and really purify your aura by doing that. All right, and we're going to pull the last card from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck, and then that will conclude your reading. So let's see. Ooh. Protest. Start a revolution. So I feel like this goes hand in hand with the individuality card, the freedom card. And I guess that's like you shaking up your life. And that's another way that I see amethyst, because like I said, amethyst is not really the most like, it's amicable, of course, like it's friendly, but it's just not the most like, I'm going to do exactly what the status quo tells me. I'm going to do exactly what people tell me to do. That is not the energy of amethyst. The energy of amethyst is really knowing yourself and listening to your own intuition and knowing what to do because of that. So I implore you, and the goddesses do as well, pile number 3, to maximize your self-love by honoring your intuition, because for you guys, you know that the situation is not right. you know that it's not really serving you, it's not the best for you, and you need to honor that, okay? And don't let anything control you or confuse you or make you feel less than, because you are so worthy. You are so beautiful. You are perfect exactly the way that you are. And if somebody can't accept that, the door, literally. Okay, so I love you guys so, so much. I can't wait for the next Valentine's Day Pick a Card series. We're going to have that coming up really, really soon. Like I said, I've been hella busy, so just bear with me, but I'm going to make sure we get all these videos out before Valentine's Day. I love you guys. Please leave a comment and let me know if this resonated, or just kind of tell me what's going on. I would love to hear from you if you picked this pile, and I just love to hear from you in general. Follow Calypso's Code 7 on Instagram. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm sorry. I'm like, what else am I supposed to say? I love you so, so much, my beautiful little fish. Namaste. I will see you in the next one. Bye.